Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Cross It Out show. Of course, you know me. My name is Yaa Bitha and I am your host. As you may or may not know, the Cross It Out High School Tour is an MX24 initiative that seeks to educate the next generation of women, or should I say teenagers, on breast cancer and other potential risks to their general health and well-being. Together, we're crossing out the risks, the fear, and the stigma attached to diseases like breast cancer. So far, we've made various stops in different high schools across the country, and we've reached over 600,000 young women across the Ashanti, the Eastern, the Greater Accra regions of Ghana. Now, during the next episodes, like I already told you, we're going to take you on the journey, recapping our time spent with these youngsters in all of the senior high schools we have visited. But in this episode, we're going to take you to Achimota School right here in Greater Accra. Remember, this initiative is sponsored by Flora Tissues with support from Top Choco, Tango Prime Washing Powder, IBM Petroleum, YFM, McPhillips Foods, and High School Quick. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome, guys, from that short breather. As I said before we went on that quick break, the tour has made stops in Ebri Girls Senior High School, Achimota Senior High School, St. Mary's Senior High School, Krobo Girls, Ola Girls Senior High School, Ebenezer Senior High School, Kwabenya Community Senior High School, good memories there, Nungwa Senior High School, Saint Brother Andre Senior High School, Legacy Girls College, Infonseman Girls Senior High School, and even the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Don't be surprised at all because no youngster is left out of this campaign. Remember, we're creating awareness and crossing out the fear, the stigma, and the disease itself. Today, I'm going to serve you highlights from our stop at Achimota Senior High School. But first, let's take a look at this. We'll be right back.
MX24, I'd say our core mandate is to reach to people like you, so that's the youth. So our communications and programming and all of that is centered in communicating properly to the youth, right? And part of our awesome initiatives and programming, we came up with the Cross It Out. It's not just going to be breast cancer. It's going to be different other diseases and conversations that matter to the youth.
We want to get to the grassroots of the young ones so that at the end of the day, I mean, whilst you're transitioning from this stage onto the university and then probably to other things that you want to do in future, you would know that there are certain diseases that you should be aware of.
Just look at that. Just look at it. Look at what you just saw. Even the males are not left out of this campaign. We want to be able to spread this information, not just from women, but from men as well. Now let's get to business. Did you know men also get breast cancer? I'll tell you what, I am not surprised because I got part of the education when the Cross It Out campaign started. You can check it for yourself if you think I am lying. And so far as you have breasts, you're a man, you have breasts. You're a woman, you have breasts. No matter what, that thing is capable of happening to you. You are at risk of getting breast cancer. Let's watch the breast cancer education by our nurse Henrietta Chumwa Eje at Achimota Senior High.
Over 4,000 people will be diagnosed with breast cancer at the end of this year, 2024. 70% of them are going to die because they were diagnosed at the advanced stage of the cancer. Cancer is a deadly canker. That is the more reason why we have come together today to talk about cancer. This is a prevalence rate of breast cancer as at 2023. Breast and cancer. We know what breast is, isn't it? Yes, breast. Breast is an accessory organ, okay? Every human being has breast. Whether you are a female or a male, you have a breast. The moment you are giving birth, there is the presence of breast. These breasts have tissues. They are made up of tissues. When you get to puberty, hormonal changes take over. There's a release of one hormone called estrogen, another one also called progesterone. They enhance the development of this breast. And so in females, you realize that the breast will be growing big. This same hormone plays the same role in men. It's supposed to make the men, the breasts of the men big, but then, because of the high level of their testosterone, it counteracts it, and then it doesn't grow big. In as much as it doesn't grow big, it doesn't mean they don't have breast tissues. They also have breast tissues. That is why we say that breast cancer can affect both men and women, because most of the time it happens in the breast tissues. So now we know what the breast is, what is made of.
Beautiful education by our dear nurse Henrietta. But I have here in studio with me a nurse that works with the University of Ghana Hospital. She goes by the name Yvonne Mensah, and she was actually with us at the Achimota school. Hi, Yvonne.
Hello.
It's been a while. I mean, I can't even remember the exact date we went to Achimota Senior High, and now we're here again. Let me first ask you, how are you doing?
I'm actually doing very well.
You're doing very well.
Thank you.
I know that as nurses, when it reaches the breast cancer month, especially in October, you get super busy. Aside your professional duties, you still have to help to spread the word. In October, what were some of the things that you did?
In October, we did a lot of sensitization on breast cancer. We also did some screening throughout October during the working hours. So let's say from 8 a.m. to around 2 p.m. every single day at OPD sessions, and then also public health units. Those were the specific things we did.
You did. Okay.
Yes.
That's
and
amazing.
then media engagements
Media
as well.
engagements too.
Exactly.
Would you say that there were a lot more people that were open to the idea of, checking, testing than it used to be before?
Yes. Actually, unlike earlier, a lot of people had so many misconceptions as to what breast cancer actually was. The fact that some even resorted to herbal preparations
yes.
rather than the orthodox treatments of breast cancer. And the turn-up was great. We went to churches, we got churches involved, we got institutions involved, and then we also got, like I said, the media, and then the hospital was ready. All nurses, in times like this, we have every single person on board, from the medical team, from doctors to lab technicians to everyone, because breast cancer is the second leading cause of death in cancer. That's second to lung cancer. So this was a really big deal for us. Yeah.
Interesting. That's amazing. Now, when MX24 reached out to you to ask you to join our campaign, our drive, what was the motivation for you to decide to join?
Okay, so my motivation generally is based on the fact that I love to work with young people. And the reason behind that is that this is where there is a formation of identity, character, and everything. This is a major formation period for young people, and it will either make you or unmake you, especially when it doesn't go well.
Very true.
So it's like people say, catch them young and they'll be yours forever.
Really.
So we start early, and then they cultivate the habits of self-examining themselves, and then they become knowledgeable about breast cancer. We cannot attest to the fact that there are certain things we do from the time we were kids that sometimes we still don't understand, but we do them. For example, don't whistle when bathing
when
in the
you're
night.
bathing. We really don't know the reason why, but we still do it.
We still do it.
Yes.
That's because it's become part and parcel of us. It is registered in our subconscious minds, and that is how far we want to get with breast cancer, because it's a problem that can be dealt with. So we want to start early, and then make sure that, let's say, in 10, 20 years' time, we are going to see the results massively. But even now, we are seeing it.
It's funny you mentioned that, because I was going to ask you, do you think that in the next 10, 15 years, that sensitization would have taken root properly? Because, I mean, let's be very honest. When we started the Cross It Out campaign, the initial schools that we started with, that was like last year. When we go to the schools and we're talking to them, they're laughing. But I realized that this year, when we're talking to them, most of the schools, they are returning schools. We see that they're paying a lot more attention to it. And I cannot tell if it is the words that are coming out of our mouth, or the youngsters themselves are realizing that breast cancer is a huge deal. A lot of people don't believe that it's a huge deal. You can see elderly women, and you tell them that, if they tell you, oh, I have pains in my breast, and you tell them to go to the hospital, oh, this one day, me, I know, it's one of those things. All I have to do is to drink some, herbal syrup, and I'm fine with it. So I was just going to ask you that. But on the back of that, do you think that we should move the education from just the youngsters to the elderly ones? Because let's be very honest, some of the elderly ones, you might think that, or you may think that they already have that knowledge, but they don't. How do we deal with that?
Honestly, with our elderly generation, we have a greater part of them not being, excuse me to say, that educated.
Yes.
But then there's a way to reach out to them. That is adopting strategies such as using their common languages, like the local dialects.
The Ga, the Chi, the Hausa.
Exactly. And then once sensitization continues, it's almost automatic. They tend to care more about it. But these people are the ones most at risk. People from 40 years and above. You realize that because of the estrogen levels that they've been exposed to over the years, they tend to develop, and those are the ages they are most diagnosed of breast cancer. Yes. So we want to, it will be a great idea to shift some of the attention to them as well.
Because I see that even with the screening centers, you go and then it's young people, and I'm like, well, hopefully someday we can split and the responsibility and then spread the word. But when you joined the Cross It Out campaign, how was the experience for you?
So far, it's been amazing, and I would like to commend MX24 for taking this upon themselves, because getting a lot of media houses to to champion such programs is not that easy, because a lot of them will want to monetize it at the end of the day. So we are, in fact, we are happy. The health system, as a member of the health team, I'm excited.
Do you guys hear it? So when we start the campaign, you need to join. No, see, it doesn't matter whether you are part of the, even if it is a senior high school near you, you will hear us. No, you hear my voice. No, run. Don't walk, run and come and listen. The education, knowledge is not. Let me, Yvonne, please continue.
Yes. So actually, there's been times where, in fact, especially the Achimota, the Achimota tour, for instance, there were some young people who approached us. That I can say that is a great achievement, because to get young people to approach,
to willingly
come to you, and then ask you certain questions. Some of them ask questions like, they have aunties who have had breast cancer. Some have recovered, but some also lost such aunties in the encounter. And then they want to know more. They want to know, what should I do? And that kind of dispels all forms of anxiety.
Yes.
Because now, I would like to say that it's like access granted.
Yes.
I don't know how to put it, but I think access has been granted so far. Yes, to their hearts, and then we've been able to grasp their attention, and then drawn their attention towards breast cancer. So like I said, the earlier the better.
The earlier, the better. Truly, truly. And I just want to ask you that in the spirit of wrapping up, do you think that this assignment that we have taken upon ourselves, thank you so much for commending us, but do you think that this assignment that we have taken upon ourselves is going to have an impact in these young ones? Based on what you have seen?
Oh, yes.
You will?
It will. It's going to have a great impact because it won't be just about breast cancer, but it will make the young people pay attention to issues concerning their health. And that is a big win. Aside breast cancer, these people, their minds will now go to mental health, their minds will now go to all forms of diseases, and then they will seek help early because the earlier it's detected, the better. And then we'll be able to combat it with that. We are hoping that in the next, let me say, in the next 2 decades or 3 decades, the cases for mortality in terms of breast cancer will reduce because of MX24.
Early detection, you people, they say early detection. But Yvonne, thank you so much for coming in studio to have this conversation. As young individuals, we understand that it's natural to feel discouraged or uninspired at times. You might feel as though setbacks and failures are holding you back. And like Yvonne mentioned, mental health is very important. Back in the days, we didn't pay attention to that. But now we're doing, slowly and surely, we're drawing attention to that. During our talks, we aim not only to educate you about breast cancer, but also to uplift and motivate you. Here's an inspiring message from our team.
So in your notebooks, I want you to write down, this is for later, when you go back to your rooms or you go home, write down 3 things that you don't really like about yourself. Okay, that you don't really like. I don't want anybody to hate anything about themselves because we are made in God's image and God is perfect. Agreed? So write down 3 things that you don't really like about yourself or that you wish were different, and write why you feel that way. Why do you not like your legs? Why do you not like your skin? Why do you not like your hair, your toes, whatever? What's the reason? Sometimes if you don't even write the reason why, you don't even know why you don't even like it. You just don't like it because somebody's is different. We can't be comparing ourselves to other people because we don't know what they are going through themselves. You might say you like Sewa's hair and Sewa is thinking, I hate my hair, I want to have hair like Amma. So we need to be focused on ourselves and loving ourselves.
I've been at a psychiatric hospital, I've come out, I've had the stigma, I've seen people say all forms of weird things about me because they did not know who I was. And so once you're done answering all of the questions I've asked you, you begin to practice the things that you want to become. You begin to communicate the things that you want to become with people. That's the only way they can accept who you are. So once you know who you are, and you want people to accept you for who you are, remember other people too are other people who want to be known and accepted for who they are. So you would have to begin to build the mentality of understanding that other people too would want acceptance. So your friend wants to be wearing mini skirts. That is who she is, that's what she wants to preach. If you have any advice, don't go at her as if she doesn't know what she wants. Are we making some headway?
Together, we are officially launching, what's the name of the campaign?
Indeed. What's the name? Cross it out. This has been exciting. Yvonne, thank you so much for making time out of your busy schedule to come in studio to have this conversation with us. We really appreciate it. And when we kickstart another round of the campaign, you're definitely hopping on, right?
Exactly.
She's on.
I'm already excited.
You're already excited for it. And this time, let me give you people a little secret. This time we want to expand our wings. So we're going to places that you would readily not expect. But we'll be going there. I'm really excited because I'll be going to my former school. So I'm really excited to go back to my former senior. You know that when you get to your former senior, you want to show them that I came from here. I'm looking forward to that. But guys, watch out for our next stop. You never know, it may be a school near you. For sponsorship or enquiries, you can reach us on the number 059 229 2746. 059 229 2746. Remember, Cross It Out is sponsored by Flora Tissues with support from Top Choco, Tango Prime Washing Powder, IBM Petroleum, McPhillips Foods, YFM, and High School Click. It has been an amazing 30 minutes with you. My name is Yaa Bitha, and this has been the Cross It Out Show. I'll see you again soon. Peace out.